friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today is a super fun video. I'm actually taking part in the Christmas in July challenge hosted by my friend Shannon over from the Daily DIYer. She has a really fun Christmas channel, the Cozy Christmas Cottage. If you want to go subscribe to that, she'll have a ton of more Christmas content coming super fast before I can get any Christmas content or even start thinking about Christmas content up. But I do want to tell you guys that this playlist is alongside a lot of my favorite YouTubers. I'll put a link to the playlist down below so you can get a ton of fun Christmas content here in July. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. Make sure you are subscribed, and let's get on into these really fun Christmas crafts. It was a little bit challenging because I don't have a lot of supplies. I had to dig in some of last year's totes, but some super fun projects that were pretty fun to do in the middle of the summer. Jumping on into it, we are starting with some of these wooden slices from the Dollar Tree. Now you can buy the 2-pack at Dollar Tree for $1.25, or they have the larger ones for $1.25 each, but they are a lot bigger. I'm going to go ahead and use both of these for this project. You can buy wood slices at several different places if you can't find them at the Dollar Tree, so definitely keep an eye out for them. These are perfect for Christmas crafting. I wanted to make a cute little rustic snowman, so I start by painting the 2 smaller wooden slices a white, more of a white middle, but then kind of feather it out on the edges, and then I'm going to be putting it on the larger wooden round. Now this one has a little bit of damage. I'm just going to scoot that to the back. You could add some fake snow or anything over that to camouflage it, but I'm just going to leave it as is. Now I knew I couldn't just stack these wood slices on top of each other and expect them to stay, so I did have a scrap little piece of wood that was the perfect size. I just went ahead and attached the 2 wooden slices to. You can see it a little bit in the middle, but I knew I was going to be tying around a little ribbon for a scarf for this little snowman, so I knew you would never see it from the front. Then go ahead and paint the cutest little snowman face, an orange carrot nose, and then using the back of my paintbrush I get the perfect little circles, just dipping it in the paint, and then added a little tower block for extra support, attached it to the base, and he's a freestanding snowman. He was already so adorable, but I knew he needed his little top hat, so using some more of the Dollar Tree little pieces, I actually had the smaller flat little wooden rounds. I just put one of these Dollar Tree little stumps on top, and this was perfect for the cutest little hat. I hot glued it to the top and then went ahead and tied a little piece of ribbon around his neck for a scarf. And then comes the best part of Christmas crafting in my opinion, and that is getting to add all of the fun embellishments. So I'm hot gluing on some greenery as well as making some fake snow just by dabbing my paintbrush around on the little snowman. But you could go as decorative or as simple that you would like on this project. But I think it turned out really, really cute, so adorable. I'll definitely be making some more of these, maybe even some in a mini little version, but the cutest little shelf setter. Next up, we are making a really fun tree. I thought it would be fun to kind of substitute some of the little wooden pieces with some words that I have. So some of these came from Hobby Lobby and some of them are from Dollar Tree. But I'm going ahead and just laying them out where it was the biggest to smallest. So this will be more of a tree shape. Go ahead and just kind of mark where I need to cut my little wood pieces. I'm using one longer wood piece for the back of the tree, so the stand, and then a star at the top. I did want this to be a thicker stand so it would be really sturdy. So I did go ahead and glue 2 pieces of these together just with some hot glue, but definitely use wood glue if you have the time, and then going ahead and started painting. So I did use a sandstone color, which is more of a beige color, and then going in and painting the words red. Now I think if you would have painted these like a moss green, this would be even more beautiful, so definitely pick the color that fits best with your style. But I just really love red during Christmas time, and I know it's kind of like something I don't really do a lot of all year, so I'm just going for it. I thought it would be really fun to see how this turned out as a bright red and white piece. I go ahead and cut down my wood piece. I initially like marked 2 pieces of wood, but after I cut it, the second one was the perfect size or pretty close to it. So I just ended up having to cut the one piece and then go ahead and painted these with white. Now after these dried, I got to just put it together, which was super fun. The family, I actually ended up overlapping it a little bit because I didn't want that space, how the Y hangs down, to look awkward. So I go ahead and pull that up in front of both of the wood pieces a little bit, but I already love how this was taking shape. I felt like it really was a tree shape. I did have some of this red and white gingham little like washi tape that come from Dollar Tree, so I ended up just putting that in the middle of the whiteboards. I wasn't sure what I was going to do there to fill in that space, but I really love how it adds that extra little detail with the gingham, which is perfect for Christmas time, and then glued the star at the top, added some little embellishments, and this is a huge tall piece that I put together for less than $10. So if you had seen my last mystery box challenge, I had to melt down a birthday candle and I put it down in some mini little molds. So I was kind of inspired by that to make a Christmas candle. So I wanted to pour my own. Now I do want to mention that all of the candles that I make from Dollar Tree, I just use for decor purposes only. Yes, there are risks whenever you are melting down candles, so always follow your safety protocol and don't use them if you are wary of the toxins in there. I just do this for fun and try to be as careful as possible, but I only use my candles that I pour myself from Dollar Tree using Dollar Tree items. I only use those for decor purposes, so I wanted to mention that. But I go ahead and fill this candle up. I did end up using 4 candles. You don't have to let them completely like harden or cool down each time. It just kind of worked out that way for me, timing wise, getting these candles melted. And then this was the best part. I filled in these bigger molds with some white candle wax. I let them completely cool off, and then I wrote joy in the top with candle wax. This is super fun. It makes such a pretty effect. I knew I needed like a smaller 3-letter word, so I felt like joy was perfect to put in the top, and then I just decorated it with some of my favorite embellishments. I have been playing around with resin a lot, so I was excited to mix this with some Christmas crafting, especially Christmas in July. It's fun to go ahead and work on some things that's actually going to be functional. So I wanted to make some really cute coasters, and that way whenever it becomes Christmas time, I can pull these things out fairly quickly and start using them like the month beforehand. So the first thing I do, I am using this huge mold. I think it come from Temu, but you can find coaster molds like this everywhere. And I go ahead and put just a tiny bit of layer of the resin in here. Now, I have purchased resin from Dollar Tree, Temu, Hobby Lobby, Michaels, and Walmart. This specific brand was the Mod Podge brand. It did come from Walmart, but use any brand that you like the best. This is just something I had on hand. And then was the really fun part, I started filling these in with some little decor pieces. I had some leftover trucks from last year, so I pushed those down in there as flat as I could, as well as some little snowflakes, and then sprinkled them all with this silver foil like glitter or foil paper that I found in the Dollar Tree Plus section, and then just let that harden just a little bit until everything wasn't going to float around, and then I filled up the rest of the mold with some more of the resin. Now, a little hack you can do is take a heat gun, and that helps get all the bubbles out, but these cured really beautiful, and I love how the truck looks 3D inside. I love making fake treats during the Christmas and Halloween seasons. So for this, I cut out 2 templates I just printed off of the computer, and then I wanted to trace these out. I did trace around them a little bit bigger, you can see, and then cut them out a tiny bit bigger than how I printed them out. But then I traced it as is on the cardboard. I did a couple of little gingerbread houses as well as the little gingerbread men, cut them out, and then the real hack here is to use wood filler to fill in the edge of your cardboard. This works out so great. I did it even for decor pieces, and it works really, really well. But whenever you push that little bit of wood filler down into the sides, it hides that like porous, like holy cardboard look on the edges, and I feel like it looks so much better and so much more like a solid piece. Yeah, you could cut these out of wood, but not everyone has like a fine like scroll saw that you can just whip out and use all the time, so this is a great alternative if you don't have like many power tools to work with. But I do go ahead and take the wood filler and just rub it over the entire little fake cookie so that it does fill in any wrinkles and makes it look more like a solid piece. Then they kind of dried really light, so I did go over them with some Territorial beige paint just in the Apple Barrel brand from Walmart, and it was a little bit darker than I wanted, but it still looks like gingerbread, I felt like, and then decorating this with some 3D puff paint. This was so much fun getting to decorate these little cookies. I looked up on Pinterest like gingerbread man cookie so I could see exactly how I wanted him to look. I did a little man with the buttons, and then I ended up doing a little girl wearing a dress. I put a dress on her and it was really, really cute, a little bow in her hair. And I also love the little gingerbread house. I love how I filled in the roof, added a little heart, and that little zigzag adds just a little extra touch to the edges, but I feel like they turned out really cute. You definitely could cut out any shape that you would like, but I love these, and I feel like they would be so cute setting on like a decorative tray or a little plate that you could display in like a dining area. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video. Don't forget about the playlist. There's tons of more Christmas DIYs. I'll leave a link down in the description box from tons of our favorite DIYers here on YouTube. I know you guys are going to love it. Don't forget to leave me a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments down below which project was your favorite, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy crafting. Bye.